So ATI has got this really amazing quiz bank that I used a lot when I was taking my getting ready for my ATI exam. It's kind of hidden on the website, and you might have to change a couple of your browser settings to get there. So from the home screen, after you log in, up at My ATI, take you to another screen. You're going to have a couple more clicks to go and a couple more new screens. Then you go to Test. And then after you go to Test, this one right here, Quiz Bank Learning System RN 3.0 Quizzes. It's going to pop up another brand new window. And from there, under Dynamic Quizzes, you're just going to go to Adaptive Quizzes. So if you're a responsible web user, like like to think I am, it's not going to load right because you should have your browser set up so that you've got all third-party cookies blocked. The first time I did this, I turned that toggle off, and it worked fine for me, but then I would forget to turn it back on again. What I discovered is that you don't need to allow all third-party cookies, but what you do need to do is allow two in particular. These Board Vitals ones right here, and this one right here, Board Vitals. If you allow those two, and then reload the page, it should load up just fine. If students are using something like Internet Explorer or Safari and it's configured a little bit different than Chrome, if they know where to find the toggle to allow third-party cookies, it should work just fine. And from here, you've got a whole bunch of questions that are really wonderful. I really went after the fundamentals ones when I did my ATI review, and that's what I credit with giving me my level 3. You can do it a couple of ways. If you do the creative adaptive exam, it's sort of like a test environment. It'll time you, won't show you any of the answers or give you any of the explanations until later. But I like to work a little bit differently. So if you go down to the bottom and do create exam, it'll give you one that's a little bit more flexible so that you can change answers, see which ones are right and wrong. And then you can also see the explanations as you go along and get an idea of how difficult the question is for a lot of other people. When I got questions wrong this way, I tended to leave them like that, just so that I could go back later and figure out which ones I didn't get right the first time and pay a little bit more close attention to those. I just did these questions until I couldn't anymore, and that's what worked for me.